We are starting the recording now. So recording's on, everybody. And yep, thank you. So we'll be recording it. Okay, and then we got Sumit join. We'll give it some more time for folks to join. TC. Welcome, TC. Welcome, Nate. Welcome, Darren. All right, so we got a few more minutes for people to join. Then we'll go through a little introduction and we'll get into the session with Azuka on PointPay, and then an update on the crypto market. It's a Q&A. Welcome, Salem. So while we're waiting for folks to join, if you want to put in the chat box where you're joining us from, and maybe this is your first meetup, please go ahead and do that. So just put in the chat where you are based, where you're located. I'm in Singapore. So thank you guys for that. We're about 10 o'clock p.m. here. Brooklyn, New York. All right, Shelly. Ohio, USA. Atlanta, Georgia. That's the cousins down there, Darren. UK.
And we will put that information in the letter that's going to go to your parents.
Ghana, Wendy, yep.
When do you need that by?
All right, gotta mute somebody. My muting. All right, we got London. Okay, yep. Rockville, Maryland.
And
okay.
In addition to that, not only does Nana need that information, she will also collect your size.
People don't know how to mute.
I need to know for you a line.
There it is. Got it. Okay. All right. So we got Botswana, TC. All right. And Rockville, Maryland, Salem. Cool. Because in London, Ghana. Everybody. And let's give it another minute or so. And you're all ready, Azuka, on the presentation?
Yeah, I'm almost ready.
Okay. And if you can also note, if it's your first meetup, so yes or no, if this is the first time you join one of the live meetups, obviously for me, that would be a no. If this is the first time that you join, first time, yep. And TC, you've been before, first time, okay, yep, first time. So first time joining us, okay. Second time, Paige, welcome back.
I think I'm ready now.
Okay, you ready to go?
Hear me clearly?
Yeah, let's give it a go. Okay, so you should be able to present. You can go ahead and take over the screen. I'll let you introduce yourself. I'm not going to get real formal with it. So why don't you jump in? After that, we'll do a quick update on the crypto market, and we'll have a general Q&A toward the end here. So you got a good amount of time. Go for it.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Azuka Chekuse, and I'm here in London. I've been into blockchain and cryptocurrency for over 5 years now. So currently I'm working with PointPay, and PointPay is a centralized digital exchange, just like you have Binance and the other ones, Get.io. So probably I'll just share my screen now so you see what's up.
Guys, feel free to put questions in the chat. Sorry to welcome Jones. Feel free to put questions in the chat as we're going here. I'll let you know when those come up. We can hold them until later. Do you prefer to answer questions as we go, or do you want to answer them at the end?
Okay, yeah. So PointPay has been on for since 2018 when they started the ICO and initial coin offering. So, 2018 was just after the hype, the first bubble that burst on the cryptocurrency space. So that was when they started their ICO. But since then, they've been building up, and just currently now we've been able to raise up $30 million for the first phase of the ICO for development, and we're currently still selling token. Hopefully that's going to end by June, the end of June, before it's been launched on other exchange. So at PointPay, we have, it's currently a crypto bank where you can save the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies, and then you can earn yearly yield. So but the ecosystem has the bank, it has an exchange, it has a wallet, you can also get loans from it, it has a payment system, and a crypto school where you can learn more about the blockchain and different cryptocurrencies. So here is just a little information about the token metrics. 50% is being sold, 10% for the team, and 30% for youth, banking, and reserve. Also, they have about 10% for high bonuses for users who are buying a lot of the tokens. So like I said, just a few days ago, we just hit the first hard cap of $30 million. And I think that's a very good milestone for us. And we keep building the system, and you can see some of our ratings on different ICO sites and Trustpilot. So the long term, at PointPay, we're trying to build an ecosystem that's going to be here for long term, not just at the short term like other projects where they are just marketing their ICO or marketing their white paper. But with PointPay, the ecosystem is already up and it's working. Like we have a launch pad where we can also sell tokens for other upcoming projects and all that. So we have the bank where you can get loans, and it's being collateralized by your maybe Bitcoin. You have a Bitcoin and you want to get a loan, so you can deposit your Bitcoin, or after login you can deposit your Bitcoin, and then you get a loan maybe for stablecoin or other cryptocurrencies as well. So aside that, they have a payment system like an invoice where you can get funds from your clients. They're crypto, so you just send them an email and they can use the system to pay for any services that you've been rendered. So it's also a payment system, and it has a debit card that is already being processed for users in Europe and also users in the UK. So if you're using the app, you can have access to the debit card, while you don't have to stress in changing your crypto to fiat. So that can be taken care of. And they're also planning to expand these services to America and other continents as well. And the most exciting thing is they're also they're applying for a banking license in the state of Wyoming and some other countries in the EU. So whichever accepts first is going to be a big push for everyone in the system right now. And so far, we've gotten about 20,000, more than 20,000 holders who are already invested in this system. And we still keep pushing. We've not even started marketing yet, like the main marketing, and we've achieved all this so far since last year till now. And I think it's been exciting since then. So maybe I can show some of this is the exchange. where you can trade spots, you can buy and sell Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that. That spot trading, which is still being advanced on. Like I said, we keep upgrading the services every day. And by the next, okay, just two days from now, there's going to be a price increase by 25% for all the token holders. So anyone who's buying the token now, get to have a 25% increase for the price because we've reached our hard cap. So we're still trying to raise funds for future development. That's why the price is going up, because there's a huge inflow of users who wants to invest in the service. So that's all I have for PointPay for now. If you have a question, then I can take some of them. Hello, can you hear me? Good. Hello, John, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Are you ready for some questions, or are you going to keep going?
Yeah, I'm ready for questions. I'm just trying to get to the live chat.
So I have one question here. Is this built on top of Ethereum? From Marcus.
Okay, the token is an ERC20 token, but PointPay itself is a centralized exchange, just like Binance is also a centralized exchange, but it's used on the Ethereum network.
So it's a centralized exchange. You said it is or it is not built on top of Ethereum?
It's built on top of Ethereum because the token is an ERC20 token. Yeah.
Okay, so ERC20 token built on top of, so centralized just like Binance or Coinbase, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, and UK based?
Not, the team is different locations, but it's been registered in Russia and also in a few countries in EU, so not just in one country, registered multiple addresses.
Okay. Another question we have, what is the ticker symbol for your blockchain?
It is the PSP. PXP, PointPay.
Can you show, is there like a listing page or something for the token?
Okay, I think we're on the coin market cap. Let me get that open. One second. So the 1 minute. So can you still see my screen?
Yes.
So yeah, it's been listed on CoinMarketCap, but currently the data has not been tracked because the token is not yet in the exchange. So we're still working to get listed on CoinGecko and some other services as well. But we've been listed on a lot of ICO listing websites, and we have a very good ratings as well.
So you're currently in the process in ICO now ongoing?
Yeah, we just completed the first round of the ICO. We just hit hard cap of 30 million. So we're still selling the token until the end of June. And we'll be going live on July. That's when we're listing on different exchanges.
Okay, and I know you're invested in the platform. What is the ownership structure? Is it like a team, or is it how's your ownership structure for the company?
So it's like a team. The team has just 10%. So like I said, I work with them. I'm not really big, so I'm a very big investor as well. So I just take the information from the CEO, and he gave me permission to come on here and tell you guys more about it. But Yes, I've been working with them for over 7 months now.
Okay, and somebody asks, Mike Lowe asks, where will the token be traded? Is it just in PointPay?
Well, every token's goal is to get on Binance and other big exchanges. So, but it's going to be traded on the PointPay exchange, and it's going to be also traded in different exchanges because we have plans on listing in other exchanges as well as Binance. Or it's going to be on Uniswap and some other centralized exchange as well as decentralized ones.
What is the current token price, by the way, for the PXP?
Currently, it's 20 cents, but in 48 hours, it's going to be 25 cents because there's a 25% price increase in the next 48 hours.
Okay, Mike Lowe, does that answer your question? You can unmute if you want to, or just type.
And then for the token, if you have the token and then you're saving in your savings account, like you have the coin in your savings account, you get to earn more yield, like daily yield, you earn more coin every day, and then it's added to your coin. And also if you have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, another coin that is listed in the banking app, you can also earn more of the coin by just keeping your coin in the savings account.
So in terms of the rates that you give, I was curious about that. Can you share with us what rates? I mean, let's say we put in some of the PointPay coin or the Bitcoin. What rates are we getting with you guys?
Okay, just 1 second, real quick. I'll share my screen so I can show you how it is. But for the PointPay token, if you have 100,000 and above, you get 20% yearly. Okay, 1 minute. I'm going to show you that now. Okay. Okay, so this, can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, yeah, that's it. For Bitcoin, you get to earn 6.20% APR every year, and then for Ethereum, you get 4.60%. If you have the Tether USDT, you have 8%. USDC coin, you have 8%. Bitcoin Cash, 6%. Chainlink, 5%. Ripple, 5%. Litecoin, 6.8%. Tron, 5%. Tether Gold, 5%. DAI, 8%. But for the PSP coin, the amount of tokens you have determines the amount of bonus you can have. So from 100,000 and above gives you 20% APR. From a million gives you about 30%. If you're down between 100,000 and below, you get from 15% and below.
Can you scroll up a little bit? What was the rate on Ethereum?
Okay, the Ethereum rate is 4.6%.
So how do you guys determine the rates? So is it based on, I mean, what you can trade for, and how do you guys determine the rates on these?
Well, I'm sure they've done the token metrics. So they get fees from taking out loans and all that for different currencies. So it's already been planned out before, and hopefully, I'm not sure if that has been discussed already, but they might maybe up a bit or go down a bit depending on how much of users we get.
So pretty good rates. I think this is really important, guys, to call out. If you're in a bank account, I know in the US, I don't know about the UK, but your interest rate is like 0.0000001%. Basically, you're not making any money at all, right? So here you can see you're getting 5%, you're getting 8%, 30% in some cases. You're getting pretty good interest rates. Everybody still there? You're getting pretty good interest rates on your crypto. And that's obviously the case here. That's also the case for other, but crypto gives you a much better in terms of rate of return. So that's something really important. You should take advantage of that, at least for some of your crypto, if you can. Let's see, we've got Mike, Dr. Jones. Let's see, so what's the roadmap for e-commerce application integrations, API, etc.
All right, I didn't get that.
What is the roadmap for e-commerce application integrations, API? So I guess he's asking, what is your platform, roadmap?
Okay, so the roadmap is being updated daily as well as weekly, depending on how the job that has been done. I can go over the roadmap for you 1 second. We'll share the screen. Or we are always planning to partner with different establishment. Like you can also buy the tokens using your debit card, because we have partners like the Mercury.io. So you can buy the coin with PayPal and other very easy way to get it. So, okay. Like on the homepage of the site, if you can see my screen, we have features that are going to be built and the ones that have just been updated. So basically, we have a plan, and more information as they're being communicated to the team members. We always put it out in the news, our Medium page, and as well as Twitter. Or the roadmap is being updated live, so we have more partnership coming in and more investors also contacting to join. And as that goes on, we're also having more legal advice on the best way to improve on the systems and all that.
Okay. Jones, does that answer your question?
Yes, it's clear for me.
Okay. Marcus says, Wyoming banking license looks promising. Elaborate, why is it a pro-crypto state? So I didn't notice that, but you have a Wyoming banking license, why? And can you tell us more about that?
Well, for the not just Wyoming, we're planning to get multiple states, but depending on the laws they have in each state, might be tasking and all that. So we're just planning on which to get easier and which to get first. Like I said, we're planning on Wyoming and then Estonia also in the EU. So we're just planning on different locations, whichever goes first. So that can also be used worldwide by the system and all countries. So not just about the Wyoming one. Or there are talks with the legal team and the personnel who are processing this already as the token sales is going.
Let's see, that was Marcus. Marcus, do you have more on that question? Does it answer your question? Do you have more about that you wanted to know? He's good. Okay. Let me go over to KH. When you stake tokens, is this online or offline wallets?
Okay, so the staked token is in a cold wallet, so it's been locked up, but you have access to take out your coin anytime you want because it's not locked by you. So you can take out coin 3 times in a month in the savings account, but anything more than 3 times in a month, then you lose the APR for that month. You don't get the interest for the month once you withdraw more than 3 times.
So lame, it's crazy. It's so lame.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's a follow-up on that question or someone just not muted. That was, who asked that? Let's see, that who's stake. Let's see, Marcus, Wyoming. Okay, people that questions from. Marcus. Challenge. Okay, I'll have to come back to that one. Marcus asks also, can you stake the coin or are you just giving a 25% bonus? I guess you're talking about the PointPay coin, Marcus?
Yeah, about the 25% bonus is not really a bonus. The price of the coin is going up by 25% in the next 48 hours. Not everyone, any amount you have, say you have $100 of it, when the price goes up, then the amount of your coin will now be worth $125 just. So not really the bonus, but if you're talking about bonus, buying in the weekend, like we're in the weekend right now, you get a 3% extra bonus when you're buying in the weekend. And then I also have a referral link. So anyone who's using the referral link can also get 5 extra percent for the coin. So that's the bonuses you can get as far as.
Well, it's just going up because you guys have just kind of set this as a date for it to go up. Is that why? Or why is it going up now?
Okay, because we just meet the hard cap for the token sales, and there's still a lot of demand from investors who want to buy. And because 30 million is not really a lot of money to move this business say in the next 5 years, because we're here for a long term, and projects like this need a lot of money to keep pushing. You can't expect us to compete with projects like Binance or other big centralized exchange with just 30 million. So that is why we are increasing the price and selling more tokens. But the price increase is just a way of saying thank you to the early investors who bought in last year, 2 years ago or so. So that's a way to say thanks for the support, and then that's why they're raising the price.
I wanted to ask, as you mentioned Coinbase and Binance, how do you guys compare? So, I mean, how would you compare PointPay? Are there distinctives, advantages? I mean, how would you kind of compare and contrast with those big players?
Yeah, so the difference between the PointPay and Binance, PointPay with the app is very easy to use, not as clustered as the Binance app, or when you open your Binance app, you get to see a lot of all different stuff. But the PointPay one is just you open your app, you get the savings account and the current account. Any coin you have on the savings account, you earn 0.000 some fraction of coin. If you save the coin in your savings account, you get more yield. And then we have a wallet that's separate from the banking app. We have, like I said, we have the exchange where people can also trade coin. So you can say we are bringing up this system to onboard new users who are not really familiar in the crypto space. Because the situation I find out each time I talk to people about buying crypto, and they ask me where to buy crypto, I said go on Binance. When they open it, some say they don't really know what's happening there. There's just a lot of stuff to click, and then they don't know how to go about it. But with PointPay, we're trying to make this tax very easy. Just like you go to a McDonald's shop, you want to buy a burger, you just click some buttons, and then your burger is ready. That's what we're trying to do. That's the plan of PointPay, to make crypto very, very easy and accessible to everyone out there.
Okay, great. Let's go over, next question we had was, okay, so that was KH. Was your question answered on the staking tokens? Is it offline or online, KH?
Yes.
Yep. Are these apps only? Yes. Okay. Got it. Okay, let me go back up here. Darren, what's 25% increase? I think we covered that one. Marcus asked, what is the yield? Assuming that's the rate there, but what is the yield? You talking about, Marcus, APY or?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing with the yield. Like I just said, the higher you get for the coin, the more coin you have, the higher percentage you can get, and then the other ones are just static for now. It might go up a lot depending on the demand of the user base we have, or it might depend.
Okay. And Darren asked, is it just a price raise because of just because? Okay, so I think you answered that. I think you had said that it was you're just doing that to reward your early backers.
Yeah.
Okay. And raise additional funds. Okay, let's see. Wendy, is the interest rate per annum? I think you answered that, but do you want to break down how interest rates works? I think a lot of people are not used to this. The traditional banking system, maybe people know that, but they don't know how it works in crypto. Can you maybe explain it for somebody who's only been doing traditional banks?
Okay, so I'll probably use my own account to do an example. 1 second, so I can show you. But the way it works, whichever amount of token you have, let's say I have 100,000 and then I'm getting 20% more token in the year. So they get to calculate the 20% in a year and then they deposit it to me every day, every 24 hours. So okay, now. Okay, yeah, so if you can see my screen now, you see these are my transactions for the last 24 hours. And this is the interest I have in my USDT I have in my account. So it's very low. But if you see for the PSP, the one in my savings, interest earned on savings, I actually made 58 more tokens just in the last 24 hours. So the more I earn, it also recalculates how many tokens I have, and the number of token I get every day also increases. So if you see 48 hours ago, I made 58.65, and then 20, just this today one, I earned 58.69. So it keeps yielding and then you earn more. Or if you withdraw from your savings account more than three times a month, you lose the interest rate for that month till the next month before you can get more.
Nice. Wendy, does that answer your question, or do you have more on that one? Wendy? No? Okay.
Yeah, yes. So meaning the interest rate is per month, right?
The interest rate is yearly, but it's calculated and then deposited to the account every 24 hours.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so it auto compounds. So say you had 1,000 token and you were supposed to get 20%. And then if you get for the 1 month, it recalculates again and then you start earning more than you already get. So every day you earn more than the previous day.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Marcus, is there a holding period?
No, there's no holding period. That's why when you withdraw more than 3 times, the interest rate goes down for the month. So you can decide to take your funds out anytime you want. But actually, they're also developing another system whereby users can decide to also lock their coin. Then if you're locking your coin, you can get even a higher yield. But for now, it's free. You don't have, it's not locked. You can take it out whenever you want. And that's how it works.
Okay, great. And let's see. Answered. Kate asks, are these apps only for mobiles and iPads? Do you also have a web interface?
Well, yeah, the web interface is what I'm working with right now. So we have the app on iOS and on Android. So it works on all devices. And you can also access, but for the app, you only have access to the banking, just the bank. So if you want to use the wallet, the exchange, they are all currently on the website, but they're building to integrate the exchange and all other platform to the app as well.
You have more further follow-up on that question, Kate? Does that answer your question on that one, or did you have more on that, on the app? No, good to go. Okay, and then he also asked, is there compound interest?
Yeah, so if you said compound interest, is also the same thing as the APR because the interest you get auto compounds in the account. So if you auto compound, that means you're earning more. That's why you're earning more every day.
Okay, so it's auto compounding in the account constantly,
yes,
continuous. Okay, and I wanted to see if maybe you could walk us. Can you walk us through setting up an account? How easy is it to do? Can you show us how? Let's say everybody here is like, hey, I'd like to set one up now, or when I get off, how can you show us how? How we would do that?
So I'll do that now in my new browser. Then maybe I can drop the referral link on the chat just in case anyone wants to sign up and get an extra bonus. But then, okay, so let's set up an account.
Okay, so the referral link is there, guys, in the chat.
So I'm going to set up an account now. I just go, can you see my screen, everyone?
Yep.
Okay, so I go to sign up. So currently it doesn't have a KYC. Probably when the government starts having all this regulation and then they can have a KYC, but now you don't need a KYC, just set up the account and put your two-step verification code, and that's it. So I'm going to use an email. So, okay, so the account is set up. I just need to verify my account now. So I'm going to verify that from my phone.
Okay, so you're just verifying your email now?
Yeah, I'm just trying to verify. But okay, I haven't got it now, but that's how easy it is. So after it's verified, you just need to go to login, and I'll still waiting to get the. Okay, I got it now. Okay, so I'm gonna verify right now. Let's see. Okay, so that's it. It's been verified. So all I need to do now is click so I can put a two-step verification on the account. So you can use either the Google Authenticator app or the email. So I'll just going to click email for myself to not stress the registration process. So that's it. Set up and ready to use the app.
Nice, and that's it. So there's no, currently there's no KYC necessary.
KYC currently, no, at all.
And for those of you, I'm not sure everybody knows, is to know your customer. It's like doing the ID setup, so you don't have to do that.
So,
Okay, we have a question from John Mark. He says, can we deposit with CB? Not sure, CB, what do you mean by John Mark, CB? You know what that is? So could you know what he's, CB, what he's?
I'm not sure that, but you can actually buy
Credit card.
Okay, so you can actually buy with your credit card, but depending if your bank allows credit card transaction for crypto, you can buy with your credit card, Visa card, bank transfer. So we have a lot of partners who partner with us to make this payment go through. So we have Google Pay, Samsung Pay, Apple Pay, and SEPA transfer and all that. So you can actually buy with a lot of tokens, or just send in your tokens, whichever one is accepted right now, just send it into the app. And then you can see there's a little convert button right here. If you have any token here and then you click on convert, it automatically changes to the PSP coin.
Okay. And I guess along the same lines, is there, how do people, if they want to withdraw, right? They want to withdraw from the account to their, traditional bank account or whatever it is. How do they do that?
Yeah, right now that's not being implemented because, like I said, we're trying to apply for the banking license, and once that is done, and then it's going to be very easy to send from your bank account to the system or from the system back to your bank account. But currently, you can withdraw your crypto from our banking app or the exchange back to your traditional wallet, your cold wallet, or whichever wallet you're using.
Okay. Very good. See another question in here. KH, does the platform cover by insurance for users if any unfortunate incident occurs? So kind of like, I guess, deposit insurance of some kind?
Yeah, so currently that's not been done, and I'm sure the team is working on the best option to get some insurance company that can cover all that. So that's why we're raising funds, so to cover up all these loopholes and all that. So that is being worked on, and I'm sure we're going to reach an agreement with some insurance company very soon.
Okay, so coming soon on the insurance, not there yet, but coming soon.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then I was going to ask you, is there any kind of, I mean, obviously you're on the team, but is there kind of an Africa or diaspora connection beyond that as well with your team?
Currently not at all. I'm the only black guy on the team, so I'm trying to push the services down more to the African parts. Yeah.
Okay, that'd be good. All right. And I wanted to also check, so we asked about the deposit insurance. Was there another project that you wanted to talk about briefly?
Yes, I can just go over that very briefly, but this is it. It's called Tunes. It's a musical platform for independent musicians, so who do not have record labels or assigned into any labels at all. So we're actually building an app. It's going to have a music streaming aspect of it, a live streaming, and social media. So for artists to communicate with the fans, and it has the Jade token, also on the Ethereum side. So whereby artists can basically get to connect with the fans, upload their songs, they earn 80% royalties from whatever their content generates, and then 20% goes back to the team and developer. So currently this is in the private and pre-sale. Phase 2, we just completed the phase 1 where we raised $30,000, and we're in the phase 2 right now. Anyone who's buying this one, you get a 40% discount when you're buying, and this one is relatively for the Black community. So you can see the team, the CEO is Black and based in the US. So, but this one, I'm more now into this project because I've helped them reach the hard cap for the PointPay, so we can keep on going from there. So this one is because it's still relatively new, so I'm putting more of my time here now to make sure we also meet the same success which we did for the PointPay platform. So this Tunes is going to be, say, similar to Spotify or YouTube Music, where you can have all your songs and tokens from your fans in the range of voting or just gifting. So you can give tokens from one user to another on the system. And also for what they call it, when they're doing these shows, like they did the BET or the these award shows, the event centers can also use the app to stream their live shows, and then they get 20% of the commission as well, if any live event centers are using the app to stream their project. Just like we have what they call it, the what's this live show they do all over in Nigeria? That's so anything live shows. I'm just trying to get that into my head. I can't recall. But if you're doing a show and any event wants to use the app, so people can also view, and you can use the app with your VR device. So it works with VR device to stream all these HD videos. Can connect with your any artists that you love. Can follow users and unfollow users. So it's a fun app that is currently in development right now. But I don't know if you have a question on this one, or if
So if I understand correctly, it's streaming of music. And how does the token work exactly in the ecosystem? I don't know if I got that exactly.
Okay, yeah, it's for streaming and music. So the token, it's for the payment. So you can use it for payment, artist payment. It's also going to be in form of NFTs. So it's going to be in form of NFTs. So any artist who has their digital record on the app, you get lifetime royalties of 80% lifetime royalties for whatever you generate from the content, and you have copyright to all the files or whatever, or your content, you have the copyright to it 100%.
Maybe Azuka, you can explain NFTs a little more. I'm sure everybody's been hearing that term thrown around a lot lately, and I'm not sure everybody understands it. So maybe in this, can you explain how the NFTs work?
Okay, so NFTs, how would I easily explain that to you now? Okay, so let's say NFTs, a non-fungible token. Now let's say a gold bar, one gold bar is equal to another gold bar, like they have the same value, right? Now, when we say NFTs, that is non-fungible, let's say I have one gold bar and then there's another gold bar, the same size, and one of it probably was branded by an artist. So that makes it rare because it's just that gold bar that's been branded by the artist, so it has more value. That's why they say it's non-fungible. There's no other gold bar that can be exchanged for that, because it now has more value because of the personalities, where I got it from or who gave it to me. So that's the easiest way you can just easily understand like NFTs, but you can track it on the terms of NFT in the blockchain. It has a unique ID for it. So one piece is different from the other.
And then how does that apply to your music then? How does the music become an NFT?
Because the content from the artist, one song, you have a record, you have an album on the platform. So that also can be exchanged for NFTs. It's still being built. So I will not be able to show you that now, but that's how it works, because each content is also an NFT, is different from another one. And it can have limited number of people who can have access to it or who can own it. So that's how unique it is. That's why the system is also going towards that direction of NFTs, because a lot of contents that are going to be there are going to be unique contents.
And you guys, you said you're currently fundraising. So is this an ICO as well currently?
Yeah, we are currently in the pre-ICO. So we've not gone full-time into the ICO. This is the pre-ICO, and we're in the phase 2. Currently, the token is sold for 1 cent per one. And you get 40% bonus, because the 40% bonus for whatever amount you buy.
And how much are you guys trying to raise total for this project?
Well, in total, we've not decided yet, but when the pre-sale is over and then we get into the ICO, then we'll be able to know how much we're raising. But in the total supply of the token is about 90 billion token, and 50% is to be sold, and then the other ones for the marketing and the team and all of the useful spending.
Is this project or company US based or is it international based?
It's a company from the US, but it's international to everyone all over the world.
Okay. I guess one of the things I'm curious about is I know we had the big ICO boom back in 2017. I think it became much harder to do them for US companies. I know some from the US. I'm curious. So they are still able to do an ICO even if they are based in the US.
Yes, because the token is going to be a utility token, not a security one. So it's going to be used by users who want to have access to their artists and their content and all that. So it's a utility token, and also in the form of NFTs as well. So it's different from a security token, just like they're suing the repo company and all that. So it's very, very different from it.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions on this one? So this is a different project. This is a African diaspora owned, I guess, is my understanding. That's correct. And this one is raising funds via ICO. So if you're interested in that, you can raise a question now, or you can reach out to Azuka as well. His contact information, if you want to put that in the chat there. Salem, John, may have missed this. How does your blockchain benefit the African continent, if it does at all?
Okay, so I presume they're asking for the PointPay one?
Is that for PointPay or for the Earth Tones, Salem? Both.
Okay, so we know in Africa for the iTunes, we know in Africa there is a lot of artists who do not have the means to get signed into a record label and all that. So that's why this platform is being built. It's been built for all independent musical creators or content creators, so they can own their copyrights to whatever content they put out there. It also helped them go more international and be more visible, unlike other platforms like YouTube Music. But here we'll be actively promoting those content and doing the marketing and all that, just to get users to get to know them, get to see their content and all that. And why is it different? Because we're giving out 80% royalties to all the content they ever have. That's different from Spotify. When you have the content in Spotify, I don't think you end up to 10 or 20%. But with Jade token and Ethereum, we're changing the game on how they do music and live streaming.
So you're saying African artists would be able to use the platform, I guess, fund their music, use the token, and have access to that. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's it. Because with the token, you can change it back to Ethereum, to any token, or also the currency of your country. So it can be used everywhere as well.
Got it. Anything specific for PointPay?
Okay, so for PointPay, yes. So PointPay, we're trying to build a blockchain that is going to be more easier for people to use. Like I said before, the Binance one and the other app, most times there's two cluster. When you open the app, you get to see too many stuff. You don't know which to use first or what to do. But we're building something very simple for PointPay, where you can just open the app and you know, okay, this is my savings account and this is my checking account. If I want to sell, I can just click two buttons and I've swapped from one coin to the other, or I'm swapping from the coin and moving it to my debit card account or to my pound or dollar account, and then transfer it to my bank account. So we're making this process very easy, and say 3 to 4 clicks, you must have been able to sell or buy your crypto or move to your debit card or move to your bank account. That's what we're trying to do, just make the system more usable for a lot of unbanked people all over the world, and not just Europe or the Americans. We're also planning to go big time in Africa, where we know there are a lot of unbanked people who already have smartphones and ready to use these services.
So more access for unbanked, which is a lot of Africa, a lot of other parts of the developing world, and easier, I guess you're saying as well. Salem says, I missed the percent return for the artist. I think this is back on the Earth Tones.
Okay, for the artist, you get 80% of whatever your content is generating, while the system gets 20%.
So they get 80%.
Yes.
I'm assuming that's higher than other.
Yes, very, very high. Other ones, you can't even get up to 50%, I presume.
Okay, and KH says PointPay is based on Ethereum blockchain. If you purchase PXP tokens, do you currently get a discount on gas fees when you're doing transactions on the platform?
So for PointPay, let's say if you already have your token in the app and you're trying to switch it to other coin, you don't have to pay any fee. The only time you get to pay fee is when you're transferring the token, maybe your Ethereum or your other coin from the app to an external wallet. That's when you have to pay the blockchain gas fee. But in the system, then you don't have to pay the gas fee. And you can also send the PSP token from one user to another on the system without paying gas fee. And maybe in the future, I'm sure they're going to develop a system whereby you need to pay gas fee using the PSP token so as to relieve the high gas fee. But we know Ethereum is also working on the gas fee Ethereum 2.0. So I'm sure in lesser time, the high gas fee will be a thing of the past.
Okay. So I was looking at the other question, but so there's not a discount per se on gas fee. Am I getting that right?
For now, no discount, because if you're sending your token to the exchange, then you just need to pay the normal Ethereum gas fee. But if you're using, say you're using your coin to buy the PSP token, you don't need to pay the gas fee because it's already on a centralized exchange, so you don't need to pay the gas fee.
Okay. That answer the question, Gage? Okay. Nate says, where and how can we invest in Jade?
Okay, Nate, you just need to go on the Jade website. I can also maybe give you a referral link, or you can just register directly and use the purchase. Like you can see here, there's already a purchase button. So if you click on it, it takes you to the buy page, or you can also contact me directly and then I'll give you an easier way to buy it. You just have to send the funds to the CEO's wallet and then you get the token, and you can probably get an extra bonus because it's coming from me. So that's another way you can get it. But the buy in the home page is already working. It's all automated, so you can pay with PayPal, USDT, Bitcoin, and Ethereum.
So it's on the site. Do you want to leave a link in the chat there so people can reach the site, and then also someone's asking for your contact as well?
Okay, they can get me on Telegram and probably has to give my email, whichever one is better, or my phone number. Then get 1 second, I'll get the email.
Okay, other questions while he's putting that in the chat box on Jade or on PointPay? Definitely encourage you to reach out, and if you have questions, and also definitely support the projects, and certainly Earth Tones or Jade, which is African diaspora owned, which is great. So he'll put his chat information in the chat there. Any other questions? Okay, Azuka, while you're putting that in the chat box, anything else you want to wrap up on this point before I go into our market update?
Okay, so I'm just going to say anyone who wants to take advantage of this right now should, do a little bit of a research, and then don't really have enough time to waste, especially for the PointPay one, because the price is increasing by 25%. You might want to be among the users to take advantage of that. Or I'm saying these projects, I don't just support any project because I want to support them. I really do a lot of research, and I'm always here in projects for long term. So I'm sure of putting more contribution to make sure that the company go forward. I'm just saying anyone who's investing in PointPay should just check out the stake on Binance. Binance is just here for 4 years, and then they've done amazingly well. They've gone up more than 2,000,000%, if I'm wrong, 2,000,000% in profit. So we are classifying PointPay as the next Binance or even bigger, and we're creating all this from the ground to the top. So don't be left out. Be sure to join the revolution of blockchain technology. That's what I would say.
Okay. Liv says, do you have a summary on these two?
Okay, so a summary on both projects.
Mhm.
All right, so in summary of the PointPay, so PointPay is a blockchain bank built on the Ethereum network. We have a savings and a checking account where users can earn high yield from, different from all other services. They have one of the best yields around in the blockchain space. And we have a 25% price increase in the next 48 hours. So please do go and check it out and take advantage of it. And for the Ethereum is going to be the next revolution of blockchain music app, and it's designed for independent artists and content creators out there. So make sure to do your research. Don't FOMO into any coin without doing your own research. If you need more help, you can always contact me on Telegram or on my email, and I'm always here to help anyone who has issues in the blockchain space. I'm always ready to help anyone. That's what I can say for now. Thank you very much, John, for giving me the time.
And I think there was another question. Give me a second here. We also have, when would the ICO be for the Jade network?
Okay, so from the pre-sale, it's going to we're going to kick into the ICO any moment from now. So this stage, we are on the stage 2 right now. We're raising $150,000, and I think we've even gone halfway already also. So probably in the coming weeks, we can get into the ICO fully. But for now, the pre-sale, that's what we are in right now. So you can also take advantage to get the high bonus, which is the 40% bonus for whatever coin you buy right now. That's the difference from getting in now in the pre-sale or getting in the ICO. Get more bonus.
Okay, does that answer the question, John Mark? Great. And Liv, your question on the summary, are you okay there?
Yeah. Oh, you can hear me. Oh,
yes.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have just a couple links on summaries for the Jade network as well? Or is that part of Earth Tones when you log in?
Sorry, I didn't get that. Can you go back again?
Okay. Is Jade part of Earth Tones and you can purchase the Jade once I log into the Earth Tones, or?
Okay, if I got it correctly, Jade is the sticker for the coin for the Ethereum platform. So Ethereum Jade is the name of the coin, for the website and everything is called Ethereum.
So would I get started inside of Earth Tones to be able to purchase Jade?
Yes. Once you're logged into the website, you can be able to purchase it. And if you're having any issues, then you can just message me. And maybe you want to buy it in the more simpler way. I can just give you the Ethereum address or the Bitcoin address, and then you send your crypto there, and then your coin will be deposited in your account with your login.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
other questions about either Liv, other one on that?
If what?
Was there additional question? Okay, good. Any other questions on either Earth Tones or on PointPay?
So I just pasted my email and my Telegram username, and as well as my Telegram community. So anyone who wants to join can join, and then you can message me anytime you have any issues on cryptocurrencies. I'm always there to share information.
Great. And Jones, Dr. Jones says, great presentations. Looking forward to support these projects and to share in the networks, Mindfulness Media and Wealth Fest Africa. So that'd be great. And I know those networks, so definitely check those out also in the chat. Okay, very good. And any other closing comments on this one, Azuka? Maybe you can take us into the market update. I know you keep up on everything. So before I go to that, do you want to kind of transition us over?
Okay, for the market updates today, you know, Bitcoin has just been stable for the last 24 hours. It's not really done anything. I can share my screen with the price charts. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So Bitcoin has been just there, not gone up for the last 24 hours. It's just then go. The thing is, I think we're building up momentum for the next push. All way leads up, and with the kind of bullish news we've been getting, a lot of companies are now adding more Bitcoin to their ledger. So it's really been good and been stable from the last dump that happened up to the 54,000. I don't think we're going down anymore, and it's been really bullish with what we've seen with the news I've been seeing and the charts I've read for the week. I think Bitcoin would see, let's say before the close of or the start of next week, we can be at 60K. That's how because if you see how the movement has been forming some nice patterns. I don't know.
So we're at 57,000 right now?
Yes, we're at 57,100. And yes. So all in all, the market has been good so far for the week. So everyone is going sideways, but the bigger odds have been pumping. So you can see Uniswap, they're all going up. Litecoin 3%, this 4% in the last 24 hours. Polkadot 2%, Cardano 5%, and well, it's been good. But I do more of the DeFi space, yield farming and all. So I've been really out of the Bitcoin and all that stuff. I'm just going more into the yield farming and farming more tokens and all that. And it's been very, very profitable in the yield farm. So anyone who wants to make a lot of money or make at least a decent profit, you should be looking more on the decentralized yield farms. That's where you can get more to double up on your Bitcoin and your Ethereum. Well, I think you can take it from here.
Okay, so I'll make a couple of points that I think are pretty, actually, Liv, on one other question, can you include the bank information too? Which bank information, Liv?
Sorry, I may have misunderstood. I thought that he said there was a bank account that you could get a higher interest yield on for the Bitcoin, but I may have misunderstood.
Oh,
So
okay. That is the PointPay app. When you're saving your Bitcoin or Ethereum, so you get to have high yields up to 6% a year. If you have your Bitcoin or Ethereum when you're saving it there. gets high yield. Is that the one you're asking about?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to share a link that you can register. Use the referral link, so you can check it out. You can also go over to the website or via the app to read more about it. Maybe if you have any other questions, you can message me privately or don't mind to share more information with you.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, so going on the market update, good there. I think some of the key points I want to add on here. Bitcoin, a lot of companies are adding it to their treasury, meaning they're buying it up for their company. So we've got, obviously Tesla and MicroStrategy and a lot of these companies, but there's a lot of other companies who are doing it quietly and they're not telling people. You should definitely try to have some Bitcoin. You don't have to get a whole one. You can get, 10% of a Bitcoin, 5% of Bitcoin. Just hold that. Just make sure you have some, right? Because we don't know how high this is going to go in the future, but suspect it's going to be pretty high. At least if we look at the stock to flow model that's there. So make sure you have some of that. Ethereum has been doing really well, right? So Ethereum's been really bullish. $3,500 now, right? It was not too long ago, it was just 2,000. So it's really been moving, right? So Ethereum, it's supposed to go to deflationary, I think in the second half of the year, meaning they're going to start changing the mining, and also they're going to start trying to move the proof of stake. They've been doing that for a while. But what that means is that it's going to start being less and less in supply. And then that means that the value will continue to go up for that reason. So Ethereum, good project. Again, you don't have to get a whole coin. You can get parts of a coin, right? This is not necessary to get whole ones. And Binance Coin, which I guess would be a competitor for PointPay, they have a lot of projects. They've been going up quite a bit. They've listed stocks on their exchange now as well. Very similar though to what you saw PointPay today. And so the token has been doing very well for them. Dogecoin, many of you know Elon Musk is on Saturday Night Live on Saturday. I don't think that's the only thing driving the price, but that is one thing driving the price. But that's up from like earlier this year. I remember it was like 5-6 cents. Okay, so it's up 10x at least this year. I think more possibly, right? If we look at Dogecoin, actually I should probably share my screen. I'm looking at it, but you guys aren't. Give me a second. Okay, so Dogecoin is up probably 10x for the year. And a lot of people have been kind of going back and forth about it. It's kind of a fad. Obviously it was a meme coin to start with, and nobody's really serious about it. But the fact of the matter is that it's sometimes projects like this that actually end up becoming very valuable. So you can see if we look at the beginning of the year here, we were sitting at, wow, not even a penny. So now we're sitting at 60 cents. And if we see a lot of companies starting to say they're going to accept Doge for payment or they're going to transact in Doge, there's a good possibility it's going to continue to climb. My expectation, I'll let Zuka see if he has any thoughts on this, is that probably Doge is going to go up with the Elon Musk Saturday Night Live. It's probably going to drop a little bit after that. And then it probably will continue to keep on going up, my opinion, if people keep on, using it and, using it more. I don't know if you have any take on Dogecoin, Azuka.
Well, I can tell you the hype of Dogecoin has really gotten everybody, yeah. But I personally haven't got any bags yet, but I'm still very, very looking out for it. And yeah, I started watching it when it was still in a few cents. And the growth has just been amazing so far with the tweets from Elon Musk and all that. It's been going good. I actually wanted to buy some, but then the funds, I just moved it to another project. I don't know, probably you guys must have heard of it. It's called FEG token. So they're actually having an exchange, and the exchange is also being built from the top down top. And they have a bond mechanism whereby anyone who's buying the token, you have to pay 3% tax. And then 1.5% is bond, and then the other percent is distributed to whoever users on the network. So that's where I'm currently in, but I'm still looking for a good position to get into the Dogecoin. And then I'm going to hold for a very long time. But so far with the help of Elon Musk, it's doing very well, and it's actually a coin for everyone to hold. At least just hold a bit of it.
Yeah, and also Mark Cuban from Shark Tank. I think he's been pretty big on Doge, owner of the Dallas Mavericks as well. So yeah, I'm planning to hold it for at least a longer period, at least probably like a 6 to 12 month period. And we'll see how it does. I mean, it's up a lot. Yeah, it's the number 4 coin in the market now, and it was nowhere serious like 6 months ago. So this is a big change. XRP is currently still finishing up their lawsuit with the SEC, but I kind of think it's a win-win for them, honestly, right? So if they lose, I think they win because they'll just pay a fine and then it's over, right? Most likely. And if they win, well, they win because they win. So I kind of suspect that it's kind of a win-win for XRP. Not that I'm telling you need to buy it, but just telling you where that is with the SEC lawsuit. The other thing that's really big for Bitcoin right now is that we are seeing that I think in June, several hundred US banks are going to start basically doing exchanges for Bitcoin. They're going to, allow people to do Bitcoin purchases. I forget the name of the platform they're using based out of New York, but that's a big deal. That means that, I mean, I'm sure many of you maybe have had like somebody in the family who's like, I don't understand how to get Bitcoin. I don't get it, right? Now they can just go to their bank and they can go, oh, I'd like some Bitcoin. And the bank will get them Bitcoin. Now, I probably won't be getting it through the bank, but a lot of other people will, right? So that is going to put a huge amount of money pouring into the Bitcoin market, probably starting in June, July, and obviously all the traditional banks almost will be in the market too. So I'm expecting some pretty big movement in Bitcoin because of that. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that one.
Yeah, with the open up of the banks to Bitcoin, like I think the bank of the USAA Bank already have Bitcoin services for their users in the US, and is it the JP Morgan and one other one. So I think it's a good news. It's a win-win for everyone. Like everyone can access the Bitcoin very easy. It pushes up the price. So let's see if Bitcoin can get to the market cap of gold, or we can even get to 6 trillion. That's half of it. That would be very good for the ecosystem and the whole cryptocurrency space as well. Because the more Bitcoin goes up, the more other coin can also go up.
That's a great point. So the more Bitcoin goes up, guys, it pulls the whole market up with it, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, I like this coin, I like that coin. The bottom line is this: Bitcoin is so dominant even now that when it goes up, the whole crypto market is going to go up with it. So if you have Chainlink or coin number 575 or whatever coin you've got, there's one called the scam coin or whatever coin you've got, okay? It will go up most likely because Bitcoin goes up. So keep that in mind, right? So as we start seeing probably some price action with Bitcoin because of all these banks taking it on and that will probably drive up the entire market in a very big way, probably come another month or so. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's see. We got Cardano, which of course they got a lot of projects going on in Africa right now. Price is up again. That's good. So they've been making some moves there. Stellar, where's Stellar? Number 15. Stellar is kind of like the cousin of Cardano. Seems like whenever Cardano goes up, I think Stellar kind of makes some moves too. They also been doing a lot of stuff in Africa as well, actually. Polkadot, I picked up a little bit of that. Nothing much with Bitcoin Cash. And so usually I stick to projects that I like outside of the top 10 or 20 and then the top 10 or 20 personally. And of course, I like the staking, like Azuka was talking about, where you can get 5-6%, or maybe sometimes 8%, or if you get, I guess, the PXP token 30%, right? So you can get some pretty good interest. And you can get some pretty good interest on your coins if you go ahead and put those on a platform like PointPay or Binance or Coinbase or any of those, BlockFi, right? If you use any of those platforms, you can get some nice interest on your crypto. Okay, so that is a good thing, especially because you're not getting anything in the banks right now. Okay, I think that's the top of the news here. NFTs, I think they're I don't hear about them as much anymore, but I think it's still going on, right? Binance has added NFTs. Obviously, the platform Earth Tones that you talked about this because it incorporates NFTs for music. So that's still happening. I think it's going to mature a little bit, and then people are going to start to, see more use cases where they're able to use it more. So we definitely see some stuff happening there. Ethereum Classic keeps going up. I don't know why, but it's going up. So,
MicroStrategy bought a lot of it.
did they?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Ethereum Classic, I think sometimes it also seems to go up. If Ethereum goes up, I think people are actually kind of, there's still kind of a connection with the two.
It was $5 just a few months ago. Now it's $135.
Let's take a look at that chart here. So you said, what was it? 90 days. All right. So, wow, really? $11. Wow, that's a big increase. So it was sitting around $10, now 135, like a 13x, around 13 and a half, 14x in the last 3 months. Wow, it's pretty good. Okay, I didn't realize Ethereum Classic was moving that much. So a lot of projects like that, you're going to get Ethereum Classic moving up with Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash probably moving up with Bitcoin. A lot of the forks, those often move up when the main project moves up. Bitcoin Cash is actually pretty high price too. So that was a fork from Bitcoin. Some love it, some hate it, because a lot of times people were trying to say that was the Bitcoin project. So it created a lot of confusion in the market, right? But looks like it's been going up pretty well too. Okay. So the markets overall, if I were to give you the top, kind of trend here, it's up. That's really the trend, right? And I think that as we hit the middle of the year and all those banks start coming on board for purchases, my expectation is it's going to be a big up, right? For the whole market. Yeah.
Very huge.
Let's look at any other points there, and let's see if there's any other questions here. We got.
I have a question.
Yep.
Sorry. So are you recommending, like, you're looking at this list, right? The top 10 coins to invest in? Or you do the research and actually find out about the projects of each? I mean, is there like a recommendation list? Oh, because I have Bitcoin. I haven't purchased any of the other ones. So I'm kind of curious. It's like, okay, what would be your recommendations to invest in all the other coins?
Okay, so not investment advice. I'll let
investment, but what's your perspective?
What I like? I can tell you what I like.
What you like?
So,
what you like?
I like what I like. And don't say John told me to buy this. Don't do that.
I'm not gonna do that, John.
All right. So usually you want to have some Bitcoin, Ethereum, as far as I'm concerned, like a gold and silver, right?
Okay.
Have those. Have at least some of that in your own cold storage, like on a Ledger or Trezor or something like that. You can put some on a platform like PointPay or whatever you're going to use to get a little bit of interest on some of it as well. But that's a long-term play, right? So you're looking at that for the longer term, for years, not months or weeks. On the other hand, if you look at a coin like, let's say, a Dogecoin or a Cardano, those are going to be shorter term plays potentially for you because you might see 20x. I mean, look, if you would have bought Cardano, let's look at it. You would have bought Cardano a little over a year ago. I think it's up like 40x. Let's take a look here.
Wow.
So the 1 year on Cardano, 1 year ago, it was 5 cents. It is now $1.71. Help me with the math here. What is that? 10, 20, 30. I got to divide it. Quick math on that. Where are we at on that? So we're about 34x from a year ago. Okay. So if you want to make some quick gains, you want to pick up some of the lower coins, lower in price, like Cardano, which I like. XRP depends on that court case, but I think they're probably going to work out. Dogecoin, any of the lower price coins like that, $1, that kind of thing, you have some pretty good upside potential there, right?
Yeah, there's like the bit token for the BitTorrent file transfer system. They're also there. You can get some.
You see it?
Yeah, just go down a bit. Yeah, that's it. Number 35. Yeah.
What do you like about this one?
Because BitTorrent is a file transfer system where users can upload different files, music, softwares, videos, and all that. So just some few years ago, Tron bought the system, so they developed the token for it. And so now the token is used as a utility token on the server. So if you want to get a faster download speed, then you get to have some of the coin to increase your download speed. So it's a really good use case for it. That's why it's here at number 35.
I've heard a lot of good things about projects, so I've been following it closely, but I do know BitTorrent, so interesting. So here's a possibility. Looks like this has definitely gone up with the market, really gone up. Okay, and that's obviously less than a penny. So if you want to stock up on those and you feel good about the project, in fact, I may get some of that myself. How does the BitTorrent token work in the network though? I mean, does it actually have utility?
Yes, so if you hold the coin, you get to increase your download speed. Like, and it's a decentralized server where people can upload and download files from different users. So for you to have a faster download, you can't just be pulling content from other people's servers and all to slow down their work. But then with the Bit token, then you get to access faster download from each user. So you get to spend this token and then get faster download speed.
Okay.
And it's also a way for you to pay for the premium as well on the server to get premium access.
So that could be a possibility. It's about number 35. Generally speaking, Shirley, like I said, I typically look at the top 20. If there's specific projects I like that are further down that I know the project, I'll possibly pick that token up as well. But I do my research. If it's outside of the top 10, top 20, I'm gonna do some serious research before I purchase it, honestly. Like I said, you want to get some of those lower price projects for like the shorter term gains, like 6 to 12 months or less, where you can make a good multiple, maybe make some cash that you can live on or cash that you can reinvest, or just take out your initial investment, right? Keep your Bitcoin, keep your Ethereum, keep those longer term. If the stock to flow is correct, we're looking at possibly $1 million Bitcoin in the future, right? So the last thing you want to do is sell it at 75K or 100K, right? Keep it, you can borrow against it if you really want to, or do whatever you can do. I think PointPay, you guys do loans?
For PointPay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do loans. You can actually take loans against your Bitcoin or against your USDT, whichever way. Yeah, so I actually tried out the system and it's very easy to take out loan. I have some of my Bitcoin on the loan right now. So I deposited $1,500 Bitcoin, and then I was able to access $1,000 USDT. So payable in 5 months. But because I have a lot of the PSP token, I get to have reduced interest rates. So for lending $1,000, I'm paying about $46 as the interest rate for 5 months.
That's what 0.046%. I guess only half. So that's less than 1%. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it is. So the more, just like I said, the more of the token, the PSP token you have a lot of utility to use it on the website. So you get lesser interest rate for loans, you get more interest for the APR and a lot of other stuff.
And then that interest, though, I assume goes to PointPay, right? You're not paying yourself, you're paying.
Yeah, you're going to PointPay.
Okay, nice. So that's something else to think about. DeFi is really exploding right now, which is all these decentralized finance options like PointPay, like BlockFi, like Coinbase, like Binance, etc. Right? This is where you can get interest on your coins. Exodus, you can actually stake some stuff in the Exodus wallet. I do some of that there as well, and you get some good interest on it. And if you want to move stuff around, I use USDC, USDT. which is a stable coin. That's not an investment, by the way, guys. That's just a stable coin. Not going up. It's going to be $1, but you can get interest on it. One of the things I like about it is, as far as taxes go, for those of you in the U.S., you don't really have to worry much about taxes because it's $1 when you take it in, it's $1 when you take it out. So the capital gain is 0. Okay, so there's no capital gain really. You're just moving. You can just get some interest on it as long as you don't get too many fees moving it around. Okay, so I like the stable coins. In fact, frankly, it's getting to me to be better than a regular bank account because I can actually get interest on those coins. I can't get any interest on my bank account. Okay. All right, I'm thinking if there's any other trends. I think it's really watch what happens in the middle of the year when those banks start coming on. We're probably looking to see a pretty big explosion in the crypto market. There's a lot of companies that every day are buying up Bitcoin. You always hear people say, hey, pay us some Bitcoin, pay us some Bitcoin, because all these companies want your Bitcoin, okay? That's why. That's why they keep telling you to pay in Bitcoin. So number one, don't pay them with your Bitcoin. And number two, make sure you realize that even if they don't tell you, they're acquiring Bitcoin, okay? They're all acquiring Bitcoin. Let's see, we got some questions in chat. Microsoft bought, Darren, I think that's MicroStrategy. You mean MicroStrategy or did Microsoft buy?
I think MicroStrategy bought a lot. He's the lead investor in Bitcoin, I guess.
Cool. All right, Greg Harrison, if you receive interest on your coin, do you still control your keys? Good question. You want to take that one, Sigrid?
Like using any centralized exchange, not your key, not your coin, but if you're having the good interest rate and then you actually trust the platform, then you can give it a go, but you shouldn't put in all your Bitcoin in the platform just to get the interest. You should make sure you have some in your private wallet and keep it safe. That's another thing you have to do.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so I think that's a very key point. Again, we talk about not your keys, not your crypto. You can stake some, but I would never stake all of my crypto on an exchange. If anything happens, Lord forbid, to that exchange or whoever you're working with, even the best of intentions, there's nothing much you can do. So you want to make sure you keep some or even a majority in your own, especially your Bitcoin, in your own cold wallet or your own wallet. Okay. Let's see, Salem says, can you talk about good platforms that have lots of coins and have lower exchange rates?
I think the crypto.com app has a lot of coin where you can earn from. And also if you have the crypto.com coin for staking for 6 months, you get to get their debit card. So crypto.com is one nice option, as well as the Binance. Binance, you can also stake a lot of the coin there. You can earn from 10% up to 25% on different coin. And yeah, PointPay as well. PointPay also, you can stake. We have about 8 different coin right now, and we're still working on integrating more. So as well as the other ones. I don't really know, but I know those three are the ones I use more of the time, the centralized exchange. So blockchain, you can also earn interest in the blockchain app. That works as well. And a little in Coinbase. Coinbase doesn't really have a lot.
Yeah, so Coinbase is publicly listed. I think they're kind of like the gateway for a lot of people, especially in the US, but in other places as well, to come into the crypto. They're fairly easy and they're connected to US banks now, so they're very regulated. So that makes them kind of a very central point, I guess. I was also going to mention, so you already mentioned Binance, I believe. Obviously, you talked about PointPay, Crypto.com. I like Exodus. So the Exodus has a wallet. I think they actually did an initial IPO as well, but they did direct, I think, through their wallet. But you can exchange like 50, 100 and something coins or something with other coins in that wallet. So I do that a lot, actually, right? If I want a coin, I want to exchange another coin, I exchange it there. Fee's not high, so I can make very easy exchanges, and it's in my own wallet, which I like, right? So it's my own wallet. I don't have to send it to somebody. I don't know what they do behind the scenes, but it's in my wallet, right? So I like that in Exodus. And then I think in Africa, a lot of people have been using Luno. I've never used it. I think some of my cousins.
Yeah, I think it's very popular in Africa. Luno is one of the leading ones over there.
Yep. Okay, so there's quite a few. BlockFi, I'll talk about. It's not an exchange, but they're backed by the Gemini exchange, which is the Winklevoss twins, the guys from the Facebook movie. Remember them?
Oh, okay.
The ones who, yeah. So BlockFi is backed by them. They're like the most regulated crypto, I think, in the market, right? They're so regulated, it's ridiculous. But if you want something that's so regulated, I mean, they're going to give you a tax statement at the end of the year. That'd be the one. Okay, they are the regulated exchange, or place to put it crypto in the U.S. anyway. Okay, Salem, did that answer your question? Yes, cool. All right, Shelly, you're welcome. Kenny, hey, I'm in Rwanda. Most blockchain platforms are not legal yet. I'm having a hard time finding one. I use local Bitcoins now, but I can't keep the coins apart from Bitcoin. Do you recommend any other platforms in my region? So I would say Dr. Harnett, yes, I'm Harnett, so we do. I think she's based in Rwanda and she uses up eToro. I don't know if that's because she was from Germany or she can do it in Rwanda, but maybe you can check out eToro. I'm not nuts about that platform personally, but I think they maybe make it hard for you to take your coins off of there, but I think that may work there. I don't know. Do you have anything else there?
But you can still buy your coin off localbitcoin.com, and then you save it in the blockchain app, because on the blockchain app you also have the key in case you lose your password and all the stuff. Yeah, and you can swap some fair amount of coin as well. I don't know if the exchange is open for users in Rwanda, but they also have an exchange where you can trade Bitcoin and other coin as well. I think they have up to 15 or to 30 pairs that you can trade together. So, and you buy off localbitcoin.com, you save on the blockchain app, or you just get a ledger and save them there.
You might want to check and see if you can access Luno. I'm not sure if that's available in Rwanda. By the way, you said that it's not, most blockchain platforms are not legal yet. I mean, do you mean that they're just not allowed to operate in Rwanda? What do you mean by that? Kenny.
And Kenny can also use Binance peer-to-peer in case you're buying, because there you have to put in your KYC, and then the person you buy from also have the KYC. And that's also a way for you to easily buy and sell.
Binance also has a decentralized exchange in Africa as well, I believe. So the decentralized exchange is a little more complicated to use, but you keep everything in your own wallet, and then you just connect to it to make the exchanges. So you may want to look into the Binance. I think they call it DEX, decentralized exchange. That may be a possibility for you as well. Kenny, does that answer your question? Tell us any more about the situation in Rwanda, or are you good? You still there? See you.
I've been to Rwanda once. It's a very nice place.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to visiting there coming up too. All right, Kenny, I'm assuming we've answered your question, or you're just processing it. So I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I think that's where the market is. So don't give people your Bitcoin. I'll give one more story, right? Back like whatever 10 years ago, that was when they were just getting the market started, so it had to happen. But somebody bought a pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin. So that pizza today, 60 million, I don't know, 57 million. Let's check it here. 10,000 Bitcoin. We're at 57,290. So that pizza cost $572.9 million. Okay, so you don't want in 2 or 3 years to go, you know what? I bought some Starbucks with my Bitcoin, and now that Bitcoin's $1 million. You don't want that to happen. So don't go buying a bunch of stuff with your Bitcoin. Just a note. Keep your Bitcoin, keep your Ethereum most likely, maybe stake some of it, get some interest. The other coins are the ones you can make some money.
The Binance coin. Everyone might as well keep their Binance coin, because Binance is also going to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Binance coin has been going up, kind of gold, silver, bronze at this point, apparently. Doge is a Doge. There it is. All right, any other questions, guys, before we wrap this thing up? That's our market update. Markets are looking good. Crypto is getting fully integrated, which is great, right? And that's good for us, and obviously good for African diaspora as well, because that's a lot of financial inclusion. Anybody can access this stuff, and I like these open blockchains, right? So that's what we want to see more of. Any other questions, guys, before we wrap it up? Cool. Let us know if there are other topics or presenters that you'd like to share. I want to thank you, Azika, for how can people outside ABBA get in touch with me? Just go to the MeetUp group. Oh, that was just for me. Okay. Anyway, just go to the MeetUp group. And I'll also share my email address with everybody here. Give me a second. So most of you should already be in the Telegram group and the MeetUp group, but you can also get me at jailcoro@auspicious, right? blockchain.com, my email address. And you can also find me on LinkedIn as well, and Facebook and everywhere else. Okay, so reach out. Same subject is a way of buying Bitcoin in Africa and keeping it in a hard wallet in Europe as a means of transferring money without bank charges. Well, you're gonna have to find somebody in Europe who's there with a hard wallet, because the hard wallet, you're talking about cold storage, it's a physical wallet, right? Otherwise, you can just transfer it to somebody who's over in Europe, right? There's nothing, you can send Bitcoin to anybody you want, but if you want to actually have like a physical ledger in Europe, you're going to have to take that to Europe yourself or have somebody over there and put it on there for you. Does that answer that question? Us? Okay.
Hey, John.
Mhm.
Yeah, kind of partly answers the question, thanks. Yeah, because I've got a physical wallet, so it's just a case of, you know, kind of in Europe and having this kind of cash in Africa. So just a way of kind of getting onto the Bitcoin through this cash without actually going through the banking system and getting charged an arm and a leg. So it's just mainly, you know, kind of getting because we've got Coinbase. Sorry, we've got Coinbase app, and it's just knowing the intricacies of what's involved, kind of to understand exactly what sort of, you know, is there reliable, because Coinbase is available in Africa, but can that be used in terms of just kind of bank transfer cash into buying Bitcoin and then just holding that as a physical asset in terms of as a physical wallet, if you like, rather than just leaving it on a virtual wallet?
Yeah, so if you want to get to a physical wallet, I mean, the only challenge for you is going to be actually having somebody there with the physical wallet, right? Either it's going to be you or somebody you trust, right? Other than that, I mean, I could send Bitcoin to Europe. If Jones is on, I could send Bitcoin to Jones there, and I could do that in the next 5 minutes. So there's nothing to stop me from doing that, right? That can happen right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Okay.
and the way you can also use your physical wallet without being there, and the way some other persons can't use it is to connect your wallet to your MetaMask. There's a way you can connect your Ledger wallet to your MetaMask, and then you can do all the operations from your MetaMask. All you need to do is just to get the security key. When you're making a transaction, just get the key and type it in. So someone can be in America with your wallet.
Yep.
When you want to do a transaction, all you need from them is just the passphrase that you get when you click it on, and then you can use it from there. But some of the wallets, you also have to be connected to your phone or to your computer directly before you can use it. That's why it's a cold storage. It has to be connected to your device.
Thanks, that's okay.
Okay, we got when do you plan to have another update? So we will have another live session where we have another topic. I've been trying to get the Odua guys to come on. I guess they're busy. So we'll see if that next session comes up. But whenever we have interesting topics, we do a live meetup, right? So, and maybe Zuko will have planned to have you come back on and help with some market updates, because you got some good knowledge to share here. So we can plan to do this again also. But usually we have one every few months at least of the live meetups. And you'll see that if you're in the Telegram group, it's listed there. If you're on meetup.com, we send out updates on that as well. I would suggest joining the Telegram group because we have pretty good lively conversation going on all the time over there. Okay, I'll give you guys a link. I'm assuming most of you are probably in that group, but let me grab the link for it if I can. Hold on. A second. Who knows what's going to come up here? All right, hold on. All right, well, I'll put it in the chat in a minute. Okay, let's see. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Kenny. There's all of Azuka's contact information. I am going to put some other stuff into the chat here. Okay, so let me stop that so I can actually get to my Telegram app. Okay, so I'm going to put the other contacts in. So if you haven't joined the Telegram group, go ahead and join it. We have great conversation happening every day in the Telegram group. I'm assuming most of you are already on the MeetUp group, but if you're not, you should join that at meetup.com. And then you can also join and check out the conversations that Azuka has for PointPay and his other projects going on there as well. So always has some very good market updates. And any other questions before we wrap up the session for today? Great. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining, and join us on the Telegram group. Feel free to reach out, email, catch me on the MeetUp as well. Thanks, Azuka, for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.
Yeah, thank you for having me, John. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take care.